The PlayStation launch times for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 have been announced. Sim Update 4 has gone through another 2 updates. We will cover how this will affect you, as well as all of this week's announcements, previews, and release news. Let's jump straight into the video. Before we jump into this video, it's time to pay to keep the microphones switched on. Flight Sim Mods is a company that makes high-quality solutions for your home desk sim setup. If you have multiple products from different vendors such as Wing, Honeycomb, Turtle Beach, and Monza, just to mention a few, they will most likely have a solution for you to improve your home flight sim setup to take the most out of those products and improve the experience. Currently, the Flight Sim Mod store has 25% off all their products due to this week's Black Friday sales. I will leave a link to their store in the description below and also in the comments, and I'd like to thank you Flight Sim Mods for sponsoring this video. Kicking off this week's previews and announcements, PMDG are back in the news again this week with some more screenshots of its pending Boeing 737-800 release for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. The team has been providing more frequent updates of the project, which must just mean that a release for the Boeing is nearing. This time around, the screenshots are taking a look at the cabin control interface, focusing on the interactive cabin lighting system. And in the same screenshot that was shown, we can see reworked cabin textures. The other new screenshot that was shown to us this week was the cockpit around near the jump seat, and it shows new modeling and textures within the 737 cockpit. PMDG have mentioned that the 737 flight deck will be receiving new modeling and new textures for this release. PMDG have not yet released a date or price for the Boeing 737-800, but they have mentioned a target release date before the end of the year. And of course, we will keep you guys updated and following all the developments when it comes to this very exciting release from the PMDG team. Say Intentions, the team behind the leading AI ATC platform and more, this week announced more features that they are rolling out for this ever-growing platform. Weather history has now been added to Say Intentions, so when you roll back Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 within 24 hours, Say Intentions will match the time, including the ATIS, which is great if you're chasing one of those weather areas or weather that just went through your area and you're at work. Now you can fly in the storms with Say Intentions. The other feature announced by the team is SkyOps Missions Creator Tool. Users now can tailor-make missions to their own preferences with the power of the AI generator, and they can choose missions between cargo, firefighting, search and rescue, VIP, transport, and then they can choose the type of tone that they want the mission to be, a departure and destination airport, and a range when it comes to distance, and the AI generator will create a mission for you to fly. Say Intentions is far moving forward than just an AI ATC platform with many more options and reasons to jump in the sim. They are bringing a lot more features, and I think the team is really only getting started. So if you want to check out Say Intentions for free, I'll leave a link in the description below. They do have an option so you can check it out for 24 hours if you are interested. Sim Atlas was announced this week and it will be launching soon. Sim Atlas is a new service for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It is a subscription-based service that allows you to have access to a large product library. You'll be able to use the application to either download or stream a library of different sceneries to sim. The tech behind this application is protected by RM to ensure that files only remain accessible while the user, person, or subscriber is subscribed. When Sim Atlas is launched, it will cost about $16 USD per month, and it will give you access to 100 premium sceneries. Developers that have signed on to Sim Atlas at launch are SoFly, MM Simulations, MXI Designs, Thread Airports, Sam Scenes 3D, and Shade Scene. It will be definitely interesting to see how this type of offering and service will be received by the community. We have seen subscription services come and pass. Some of those have been received quite well, and some of those have been pretty tragic. So it'd be interesting to see. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check out their webpage, and you can sort of have a look at the map and what type of sceneries will be available for release once it's launched. Moving over to this week's release news, and JustFly is set to release, or by the time you are watching this video, the BAE 146 for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. This brings the BAE 146 to version 2.4, and not only as an update, it has a bunch of new features to take advantage of the new tech that is available with the 2024 sim, and the team have brought some upgrades that we haven't seen in other recent releases, and also some general bug fixes. Highlights include a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 native package. This has been rebuilt natively for the sim. Additional LODs to improve the performance for both 2020 and the 2024 version. Added pre-flight walk-around support for 2024. Added new modern JustFly FB. Added jetway external power logic. Added rain effects to the cabin windows, and added windowed heated elements to the front and side cockpit windows. The changelog with this one is full of bug fixes and improvements and new features, and it's about 200 to 250 plus lines long. I have only got really time to mention a few, and I've barely scratched the surface. JustFly is planning to celebrate the update and release of the BAE 146 for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 with a discount. And of course, if you already owned the 2020 version, this will be a free update just like their other products. Obviously, if you want to check out the 146, links are in the description below. iKnowBuilds have released its latest airport scenery, which is Manchester Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. This version of the Manchester airport is part of the iKnowBuilds premium scenery that comes with a whole bunch of additional features. Manchester Airport is the third busiest airport in the UK in terms of passengers going through its gates, with over 30.9 million passengers through the gates in 2024. The airport covers 3 passenger terminals, 1 cargo terminal, and also is a hub for many airlines, including Aer Lingus UK, EasyJet UK, Jet2, it's a Jet2 holiday, TUI, Ryanair, and Virgin Atlantic. The key features with the release of this one is handmade ground textures. The textures are bespoke for the runways, apron, paths, and roads. True to life airport landside recreation, accurate modeling and dynamic lighting. 180 handcrafted models scattered throughout the airport, HD jetways with intricate details, and you can pick up your copy of the iKnowBuilds Manchester Airport in the links in the description below. Taxiing over and lining up on the runway for this week's sim update news. PlayStation 5 early release access begins on December the 3rd. This is for simmers who've pre-purchased the sim, and a full rollout for simmers who did not pick up the early access will begin on December the 8th. There is no official word of with the release of the PlayStation 5. Will it release with Sim Update 4 or Sim Update 3? I guess we'll have to wait to see. That being said, speaking of Sim Update 4, we've received another 2 updates in the last 7 days. The first one is version 1.6.29.0, which was released on the 21st of this week, which included fixes to crashes in the navigation graph system, fixes to issues with the ground effects simulation of the CFD simulation. This was a bug that was introduced in Sim Update 4, and it has now been addressed. So pretty small update that one was. And the next version that was released, which is 1.6.30.0, which was released on the 26th of November. This one included partially mitigated stutters caused by low memory have been addressed, fixed some UI elements that sometimes fail to spawn, resulting in empty tiles. Some general bug fixes, and one of those was a PS only bug. So that answers my previous question from before. PlayStation 5 will definitely launch with Sim Update 3. They fixed some pre-flight issues. They fixed some drop zones, levitating with the rotorcraft. Fixed some rendering issues on the beacon light. I believe that one's been playing up for a couple of sim updates now. And they fixed a projection issue when it comes to affecting the foveated regions in the sky. Moving over to this week's in-sim marketplace news. This week we've seen 45 new products released. 23 of these are on PC and 22 of these are on Xbox. We received 7 aircraft releases this week. 3 of those were from Captain Sim. 1 is the Clipper from Pilots, and another 3 are from SC Designs. Nothing really new here. Most of these aircraft have been released for some time now and just finding their way over to the 2024 marketplace. Other releases included for the week is 4 night lighting packs, 4 VA schedules or mission packs, and 6 airports. So nothing again really to write home about here, but I guess they're probably concentrating on the PS5 release. It will be definitely interesting to see how many aircraft get released this December for the holidays and which ones actually fold over to the new year. For sure, we'll have a few surprises over the next couple of weeks. A big thank you to Flight Sim Mods for sponsoring this video. A link in the description below if you'd like to check out their Black Friday sale, which is 25% off all of their products through the whole store. It's their biggest sale of the year. And also, I'll leave a link to all the different products I mentioned in the video in the description below. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. We're only a couple of hundred or maybe less than that short of hitting 100,000 subscribers. So a big thank you to everybody who have supported the channel for pretty much close to 10 years. And we will be back in another video real soon. Happy simming, everybody.